What's up? This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice.
This is Ad-Lib.
Yo, what up? This is Specs One.
This is Fresh K.
Hot Rocks, motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio.
Check them out.
Breaking Records Radio and the place to be, you know what it is. It's your host Maloney, Obi-Wan on my side, and we got a special guest with us, Miss Divine Brown. And just to touch back on one of the things you said though, like I find that horrendous that the record labels are utilizing these organizations that are made for like independent Canadian artists to fund them, and your major labels actually utilizing these.
I wonder. That's one of those things that I'm just gonna stop right now because I would get frustrated, and there's a lot. It's interesting how the corporate world works. When it comes to, it's interesting how the corporate world works when it comes to needing to get by, and needing to write off whatever it is that they need to write off or whatever, you know, and how it doesn't matter because it's like at the end of the day, as artists, we're just numbers. There are very few labels that actually like that have a track record of just honestly, wholeheartedly, really believing in their artists. And even down to, it's sort of even down to some of the granting system in the way that the granting systems, the way that they work here in Canada, even for the people that are supposed to be helping out the artist, when they see like the manager, for instance, where the artist hires the manager to help to further their career or manage the kind of things that that would be harder for the artist to manage, only because true artists, like your artist just wants to create. And so handling some of the business end is as an extension of the artist is sort of, you know, it's essential. It can be essential, but what ends up happening, and I found in this country, is this all of a sudden it becomes opposite to what is actually happening. Like, you are being given an opportunity by the artist, right? You're a work for hire. You're being hired to do a job. And somehow the ideology gets twisted. It gets twisted that, you know, that it's almost as if the artist should feel as if they are being hired. The thing is, no, I hired you because I pay you 20% of my income, so I don't understand how that works. You know what I mean? Like, that is just crazy, and that it becomes convoluted, but I think a part of the problem is, even when it comes to the granting system, the granting system is there for managers as well to utilize, completely utilize, and utilize to the point where that becomes the focus as opposed to the interest of the artist. You know, fulfilling a quota and fulfilling a number becomes the focus as opposed to the greater interest of the artist and their talent. And being seen and heard. And it almost goes around to contradict what it's even there for to begin with. Yeah, it's weird, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to sit there and say that every single entity, corporate entity or manager is like that. I don't want to give that impression, but it happens, and the problem, and then it becomes problematic in terms of how people are able to utilize. It's like, you know, when having access to that kind of thing, it's like it almost becomes like, to some degree, some people can become really lazy as opposed to working your ass off to get to really get the kind of recognition for the artist that they deserve. So like I said, like I'm really happy being independent. I'm happy to be able to sort of take the reins of certain aspects of my career, to really sort of look at how all of those things can work in my benefit, like granting systems can work in my benefit to really, really help develop what I'm doing, and develop me as an artist.
Yeah.
And then how to and in a weird sort of roundabout way how to finding these different outlets and these different ways to be heard and seen internationally. Because it's interesting how good music almost becomes like a virus. It just all of a sudden is everywhere, and you don't know what happened. So
as soon as it catches, it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like chasing the fire.
Yeah.